A man is visiting a wax museum when suddenly he captures something terrifying.
No, está perro este. ¡Ay, hijo de güey, qué pedo!
A man would decide to visit a wax museum after his father had previously visited this museum. However, his father would tell him that something is strange with this museum. So, his son would visit the museum and start recording when he would come across the wax figure of Maria Sabina, who has a lot of history with witchcraft. The man is clearly uncomfortable as he stares back at the wax figure. However, as the man goes to get a closer look at the statue, the head of the wax figure suddenly turns its head towards the left at the man. Spooked, the man would back away from the wax figure and the footage would end. However, shortly after this was captured, the owner of the museum would check out the exhibition himself and start recording.
No, amigo, no manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una pieza total rígida, no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cables, no hay nada. No es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
The owner would start recording as he goes up to the wax figure and explains that the figure is entirely made out of wax, being rigid and therefore impossible to manipulate or move. The owner goes to the back of the wax figure and shows that there is no wiring connected to the figure that would make it move, leaving us and the man to wonder, has he captured something paranormal taking place at this museum? And does it have something to do with the woman behind the wax figure?
¡Ay, hijo de güey, qué pedo!
Late one night, a security guard working the night shift would realize that he's not alone after seeing something chilling on one of the cameras. A Reddit user would upload footage that their father sent them, who is a security guard that would work the night shift in a building. In the video, the Reddit user records the security camera footage overlooking a hallway in the building. However, towards the back of the building, what looks like a white apparition can be seen standing eerily still. The OP zooms out to show more of the hallway, and we can see that there is no one else besides the figure standing at the back of the hallway. The figure looks as if it's slightly swaying back and forth and appears to be somewhat translucent. Many Redditors are convinced that what the OP has captured is truly bizarre and could very well be a ghost, leaving us in the OP to wonder, has their father captured a spirit lingering around the building in the middle of the night? Late one night, a man would be suddenly awoken by a strange noise coming from somewhere inside his home. However, when he would go to investigate, he would capture something chilling. A man by the name of Henrique on TikTok supposedly has a haunted doll collection that he has obtained over the years of visiting haunted places and performing bizarre rituals. On this particular night, Henrique would be suddenly awoken by a strange noise coming from a room where he has stored one of his haunted dolls. After being awoken, he would go to investigate and start recording. Once he reaches the room, he flips the camera around to show what's inside the room, and we can see one of his haunted dolls standing at the back of the room, staring back at him. However, as Henrique continues to record, an eerie figure of a woman can be seen peeking her head out from behind the doll. The woman appears to have long black hair and a pale face. Henrique would zoom in to try and get a closer look, but the figure would quickly dart back behind the doll. Spooked, Henrique would quickly back away and the footage would end, leaving us and the man to wonder, as he captured proof that his doll collection is truly haunted. Late one night, a security camera overlooking a quiet road in the middle of the night would capture something bizarre.
Tingkan bayangan di pojok kiri.
A security camera overlooks a small, quiet village, when suddenly a man on a motorcycle can be seen quickly darting by and crashing into a nearby tree. As the man gets off his motorcycle and turns it off, a dark silhouette of a person can be seen in the background, walking by on the front porch of a nearby home. The dark shadow appears crouched as it slowly gets up and walks away to then disappear into the surrounding darkness. This dark shadow seems to conveniently disappear as shortly after the man would crash on his motorcycle, more people from the village would appear and help the man. What makes what was captured even more chilling is in this village, a large cemetery is placed nearby the area in which the dark shadow was seen, leaving us to wonder, has this security camera captured a spirit lingering around the village in the middle of the night?
Tingkan bayangan di pojok kiri.
Before we move on to our last frightening clip, make sure you are subscribed so you can stay in the loop for the latest frightening findings. And while you're at it, give that like button a spook and check out some other scary videos I showcase on this channel. Now, let's continue. A security camera overlooking a living room would capture something bizarre while the homeowner is away. A Reddit user would upload footage on the r/slaptam subreddit from a security camera that overlooks a living room. The OP claims that this footage was sent to him by a friend. In the footage, we can see that there is no one besides a cat in the background in the living room. However, a plastic bag placed on a small desk next to the couch would suddenly fly off the desk on its own. This sudden movement could be explained by a draft coming in from outside, moving the plastic bag off the desk. However, shortly after this occurred, an object on a nearby desk can be seen suddenly being thrown off the desk. This object looks as if it was pulled off by something, which makes this occurrence different from what happened to the plastic bag. Many commenters agree, as they too thought this movement was a lot more bizarre than the plastic bag, with one commenter saying, "At first I was like, air turned and moved the plastic bag. Big deal. And then I was like, yep, it's haunted." Leaving us in the OP to wonder, has his friend captured something paranormal taking place in his home? Alright, that's all the frightening clips I have for now. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you got frightened. And while you're at it, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give the like button a frightening experience. Thank you for all of your support, and check out some more of the frightening findings I come across here in this channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!